Well, according to some of my sources and reporting, we will see a meeting start, but it won't last very long because it will likely be adjourned and the vote will be delayed. Sarah, just to give you some context here, this was supposed to be the home stretch, and what will mark is essentially the beginning of potentially more negotiations between Michael Dell and the special committee. Now, the company is expecting or has set up for about 320 people to get here today. We don't know how many are actually going to arrive, but we are expecting that Michael Dell himself will be in that room, as well as representatives from Carl Icahn.
Cristina, give us a play-by-play of the last 48 hours behind the scenes, based on your conversations with sources, of what Michael Dell and Silver Lake have been doing in anticipation of this voting day.
Well, they've both been lobbying shareholders very actively to get them to come over to their respective sides. Of course, Carl Icahn wants to see this deal that's on the table today voted down, Sarah. So we could see, we could see continuing of that intense lobbying. Now, remember, there have been a number of very reputable, very vocal shareholders who think that the 1365 deal on the table right now is not high enough. But remember, there are two kinds of shareholders in that no camp. The ones that will potentially accept a higher offer, maybe 40 cents, with Michael Dell and Silver Lake, and those who have vowed to shoot this thing down and really want to support Carl Icahn's proposal, which will really need, they need to vote this deal down in order for Carl Icahn to go ahead and implement his proposal.
And Cristina, why is it important that T. Rowe Price has come down against Michael Dell? Because they only own 4% of Dell's shares outstanding. Do they have sway over the other investors?
Definitely. They're a well-respected name, like I told Sarah the other day. They don't throw around their reputation very lightly, but it's not just T. Rowe Price. Remember, we have another big investor, BlackRock, who's also opposing this deal. There you have two big investors out there basically saying 1365 isn't high enough. Now it comes down to a game of chicken or bluffing, if you will, because they're watching the share price decline by the minute.